What's up, guys? It's Alex, and today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I would make $10,000 per month selling digital products online if I had to start over from complete scratch. Again, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what you guys should sell, how you should sell it, where you should sell it, and pretty much my exact funnel. And I'll pretty much be breaking down everything that you guys need to know. So let's just get started. So first of all, this is my overall funnel right here. This is with pictures, but I'm going to make it a little bit more simple for you guys. Well, actually, first off, we'll start with the easy one. So essentially, I promote a offer. It doesn't matter if it's my offer, somebody else's offer. An offer is essentially just a product that you're selling, a product or service or whatever it is. So I'm pushing content that people essentially want to watch. So for me, it is making money online, specifically through digital products. So my niche is digital products, and digital products are essentially a micro niche of making money online. So whenever people watch these videos, obviously they gain a little bit of insight as to exactly how easy it is. So the videos that I typically make are, helpful. And again, no matter what niche that you get into, obviously you're going to have to create some sort of style. For me, my style is making money in the easy way. So there are businesses that you can spend a lot of time on. And again, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and check if we're still rolling because I'm having some issues with my video. But pretty much my style and my target audience are people that want to make a good amount of money, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand a month, with pretty easy, simple, repeatable systems. So for me, I make the angle pretty easy. I'm like, instead of watching Netflix tonight, just take only 45 minutes of your day, very small amount. You can sell something 500 times for only $47, and that is 23 grand per month. A very small time per day, 45 minutes a day, with math behind it, showing that it's actually possible, and then a big outcome. And all you have to do is essentially just do a small certain thing. Now, what I am going to go ahead and do is show you, obviously, what happens. So people comment down below if they want to learn a little bit more about this hustle. Then they comment down below, which would be what you consider leads. So essentially people that are interested. Now, obviously, there's things called cold leads, warm leads, or lukewarm leads. Cold leads are essentially people that just found your page, maybe 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, a month ago. They're not really warmed up. They don't really know much about you. They don't know what you sell. They don't really know much exactly who you are. So obviously that trust barrier is very low. So these are cold leads, unfortunately. I wish that they were warm, or I would be making a lot more money. But essentially from there, obviously, I just message people, and I just say like, hey, message me if you want to go ahead and learn more. And I send them over to what is called a free training. Now, if you've ever seen these things online before, they're essentially like an explainer video or just like a little video in depth, kind of breaking down exactly what they do. So it's, either 10, 20, 30 minutes if they really got the time. But, for my traffic source, it's TikTok. So obviously people get that short attention span, meaning that you obviously have to keep it short. So I keep it short and sweet. The video is only around 10, 12 minutes, and essentially just breaks down a very simple process, aka what I actually do. So how 9-to-5ers, so specifically who I'm talking to, are earning anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per month using the social selling system, or my unique angle. And again, the unique angle is essentially just a normal thing but glorified. So example, freelance brand scaling by Brez Scales is essentially just running ads for businesses. Like, you just have to kind of create it with a nice angle. The social selling system is quite literally just making TikToks that you steal from other people. You just create, you take the inspiration from it. So from there, obviously people that, opt into my free training funnel, they're going to go ahead and get automatically added into an email sequence. So you guys can see right here. And essentially what they're going to go ahead and do is be sold into, what's called a value ladder. So first of all, I'm going to nurture them, give them some free value, some free information. So to the point where they're like, okay, they get sold into the idea of digital products. They trust me more. And then from there, obviously, if they want to start the business, it's very low entry. It's only $27. You get some video modules showing you exactly what to do, how to find your niche, how to, essentially sell this sort of thing, like, marketing basics. And on top of that, you get digital products that you can actually start selling from there. So it's very low barrier to entry, very cheap, and obviously very quick and transformative because you can get your business running within 24 hours. So if they do buy that, then I'm going to upsell them into a higher end program, which obviously gives them way more than what they should. And then if they don't, of course, then I downsell them, or I essentially just keep putting them back into the sequence until they buy that. Because from there, there's no way in hell that somebody's going to spend $500 if they haven't even spent $27. Like, it just doesn't happen. So Not only does this filter out buyers, because if people buy something low ticket from me, chances are that they are obviously going to be more warmed up. They're more serious. They actually have money to spend. And on top of that, once they buy the product and they see how good it is, obviously they're going to think, what's behind the $497 paywall? Obviously something way bigger, right? So, and then on top of that, you're not just trying to sell people on something way more expensive. They're going to trust you less. You're going to lose a lot of money in the process when you can just simply be collecting $27 repeatedly. And then from there, obviously, you make so much more money. So that's what my email sequence is. It's only a sequence of 10 emails. And again, if you do want to go ahead and learn a little bit more about what the $497 does come with, one of the things comes with my email sequences. Now, obviously, this is something new that I'm testing. This is one of my sequences, and the conversion rates are extremely low, so bear with me. You're going to get the ones that actually convert higher. This is just a new test. But that being said, obviously, at the end of the free training, I don't actually sell them into the $27 digital products. I'm actually going to be changing that very shortly. But essentially, Essentially, at the end of the free training, it's going to say, okay, if you want to go ahead and start your own business, you want to work with me one-to-one, that's one of the benefits of the $497. And yes, you're not spending like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a coaching program. You're literally getting to work one-on-one with me for only $497, and obviously you get a lot more with it. So I'm like, contact me. And then they send me a message on Instagram. Obviously, we have a conversation. And then from there, they can obviously purchase. The cool thing about this is, though, whenever people watch the entire video, that's whenever the button to actually message me shows up. So it'll only show it to people that are actually serious. And then from there, aka, it doesn't just send me cold people that don't really want in. They had to go through the process of actually watching my video, comment, DM me, go to the link, enter the email, watch the entire video, then DM me on there. It's like a 5-step process. Obviously, it qualifies them very, very well. But like I said, obviously, this isn't, some $1 million business. Obviously, you still have to talk to the leads. You still have to kind of convince them, give some sales persuasion as to exactly why they need the product. But now at the end of the day, obviously, if you can provide a solution to them that obviously makes sense for them, actually fits their, ideal client profile, if it actually is going to help them, if you're not selling them some garbage that you obviously don't stand behind, you need to be selling something that you would actually buy yourself. Hence why, it works. Then from there, you just make a conversation, then to sell. So the way that I can actually describe this just a little bit better, if you guys are still overwhelmed, let me go ahead and make this. So what you're going to need is traffic. Let me go ahead and make sure we're still rolling. Okay, so traffic is essentially what eyeballs you're going to get. So you can either start on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, LinkedIn. Honestly, you just have to go with these the three of these, excuse me. Everybody tells you like every single social media platform. Social media platform, in my eyes and most people's eyes, are just platforms with millions of views on short form content. So you can post on Facebook, that's all good. But like most of the time it's so hard to contact people. Like you have to do Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, one of those three. So pick one. Then from there, obviously you're going to have to be posting content that kind of, resonates with people. You have to pick your niche, of course. And again, the $27 low ticket digital product helps you find your exact dream and ideal niche. Obviously aligns with your benefits, your values, your morals. And obviously it's profitable niche if you want that link in the description down below. But then from there, obviously you're going to have to get people into your sequence. Now, you can actually skip this whole process. You don't actually have to send leads to an email sequence or free training or a low ticket offer, a mid ticket offer, or you can just send them straight to a high ticket offer. The only issue is that obviously, it depends on your niche. If you're selling to beginners or people that don't have a lot of money, most of the time, one, they're not going to have a lot of money to spend, especially right off the bat, because, if they don't have a lot of money, their trust is going to be very low, because if they don't have a lot of money, obviously they're going to be protective of it. If I only have one child, actually, no, that's a horrible example. I was about to say, if I have one child, I'll be super protective. If I have three, I'm not going to be. Actually, no, horrible example. I apologize. But you guys get the motto. So essentially, we get people over it. Now, leads can mean anything. It can mean people commenting, people messaging you, really any of the form. But like the easiest way to just consider it a lead is just by getting somebody to comment on your video, whether it be whatever word that you want, or just comment down below if you want to go and learn more about this. But most of the time, you should be having somebody comment something such as start, info, help, how, where, like all that stuff. Then from there, what I like to do, this is called nurturing. So you're not just going to get somebody that comments on your video right there, boom, again, $1,000, $5,000. You need to do what's called nurturing them. So you need to nurture a baby. Well, let's go ahead and put it into this example. So you are getting a baby. You just had it delivered. but it's not going to grow up if you just like try to show it how to ride a bicycle an hour after getting taken out of the hospital. You have to nurture it. So you obviously have to show it the ropes. You have to raise it. You have to do this whole process. It takes a long time most of the time. And in business, obviously, this is to help people trust you more, realize the actual value, actually get them interested in your product. So again, it takes time, but that's why I have all these systems in place, and that's why it's one of the best businesses. But yeah, so that being said, essentially, this takes people into an email sequence. An email sequence, essentially, like I said, nurtures people, tells people more about the product. I'll just even show you guys one, for example. So pretty much on day 2, the first ever email that they're actually going to go ahead and get is this one. It's like why people are stuck. And that's like the biggest thing. So many people tell me that I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start a digital product business. Bro, you just literally have to actually look and realize what is it that I'm stuck on. So pretty much it's like I used to feel stuck. So giving my own personal story, most people, so I'm pretty much connecting with them. I'm saying, hey, I was there for you. And obviously I'm here to help you. And again, if you want to watch the free training one more time, here's the link. And that being said, that's pretty much it. So that being said, people go through that whole 10 email sequences. So it takes around 7 days for them to actually get pitched the offer. So of course, it's not going to seem salesy at the beginning. Then on top of that, they're going to be pitched a very low ticket offer. So like I said, only $27. Again, if you want that in the description down below. But essentially, it's going to be continuously pushing them. And if they do not buy, it's literally going to re-add them back into the email sequence. Because again, if nobody's going to spend $27, they're not going to spend $500. They're not going to spend $2,500. They're not going to spend any money. Okay, it's pretty. I mean, there might be somewhere like 1, 2, 3 people out there, but like again, you really just want to filter out and make more money off of it. So if they do buy, then what you're going to go ahead and do, or what I actually do, we sell them to a mid-ticket offer. This is the $500 program that I offer. And again, it's still super, super, super valuable. You get access to me for free, and I've made $250,000 online. You get all the templates, the email swipes, the automations, the content plan. Like it's a little bit too much. So obviously like the high ticket offer, so many people are like, okay, what do I actually get in there? But we'll talk more on that later. But before we go ahead and get into that, the free training also, this is my revamp that I'm going to do. So instead of sending people over to my Instagram to sell them in the mid ticket, actually in the free training straight up right at the end, I'm going to say, instead of messaging me on Instagram, buy the low ticket. It's like the best thing that you can do. This is what you should do. And again, regardless if they buy it or not, they're already in the email sequence. So they're going to be not only pushed in the free training right then and there as they're watching it, but on top of that, pretty much within a span of 10 days, they're also going to be pushed to low ticket offer. So essentially, if they do not buy for the low ticket offer, then again, they get re-scooped until they buy the low ticket offer. Now, let's just say that they do buy the low ticket offer, then perfect. That's awesome. We'll go ahead right away, order bump them, or essentially, try to upsell them on the mid ticket offer. Hey, you already spent $27. If you want just the full business, I mean, here you go, $500. Right then and there. Again, if they don't do that, then of course we're still going to have their email on the list saying, hey, these people bought for $27. We're going to go ahead and add them into the next sequence, which I should go ahead and add. But after they do go ahead and buy for $27, we're going to put them in a new sequence different than this first sequence. So obviously it's going to warm them up and obviously give them more insight, yada, yada, yada. And then if they buy the mid ticket, then again, I'll just go ahead and get them on a sales call and then from there close them high ticket. So that's essentially how you actually go about doing that. But where do we actually go around, finding our offer, finding our niche, building out a website, building out a product page? And I'm going to be honest with you, like that was like probably my biggest struggle when I actually started this stuff. And it's very funny. It's very counterintuitive because I'm literally in the digital product space. I'm teaching other people how to start a digital product business while I'm trying to figure out how to start a digital product business. So my main 3 pain points, I'll go ahead and write this down for you guys. My 3 main pain points were finding my niche. Now this is silly. Like you're obviously going to think like, okay, like if you're really into fitness, just start a fitness page. Okay. Funny enough, people do not even talk about this. And I honestly find it ridiculous how they don't talk about it. There's no way where you can just go into the fitness niche. Fitness niche can go into many, 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 many micro niches. And what I mean by this is fitness can be weight loss, muscle building, fat loss, the list goes on. Okay, let's just do wealth, investing, real estate, trading, make money online, drop shipping. Like there's hundreds of micro niches inside of that niche. So what you need to do is find your general niche and then obviously niche down from there. Now again, for example, like I said, with wealth, there's, You guys get the idea. Investing, real estate, blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch of micro niches. The only issue is that each one of them actually has, market cap. There's the amount of profitability that you can actually make in each and every single one of those niches. So that's the big problem. One of the biggest ones is finding a dream niche, which essentially covers all those. Next one is actually going to be, creating or finding an offer. Now, what I suggest to you, if you're a complete beginner, find an offer, find somebody else's product, find somebody else's coaching program, find somebody else's whatever, and obviously arbitrage it, meaning that you're obviously going to go ahead and just sell theirs without having to build it, create it, fulfill it. You guys get the idea. Let's go ahead and still make sure we're still rolling. That's obviously a big one because, again, your product is going to make or break your entire business. So if you're not obviously providing, something that people want, if it's not actually helping people, if it's too expensive, if they're scamming people, like, you obviously got to build your business off your product. Next one is going to be, building a brand, aka just marketing in a sense. So you don't have to build a brand. You can do this faceless, but like if we're selling a digital product, most of the time you have to kind of create it in like a personal feeling type of way. But again, it's really comes down to these three big things. And that's the thing. So many people get stumped on this. Maybe if they figure this out, boom, they don't know what to sell. Boom, boom. This stuff usually takes days, if not weeks, if not months, if not never. So obviously what I want you guys to do and what I used to do was sell people straight into the $500 program. That was the most stupid thing I could have ever done. And, if you're watching this video previously from my other videos and you were sold something by me, very expensive, I apologize. Obviously, I need to understand more about that. But that being said, those three problems that I just listed, if you guys are unfortunately having trouble actually starting this business, like I said, this is my new low ticket digital product, which I am selling to my previous audience now. And since you're on YouTube, obviously, you are going to go ahead and get full on access to this upon joining. So if you guys go ahead and click the link in the description down below, if you want to go ahead and get this is pretty much the easiest, most fastest, and most simple way to obviously start your digital product business. Like I said, you're going to get that profit clarity map, which essentially finds that niche for you. You're going to get 5 digital products that you can pretty much start and reselling the next day after. You're obviously going to go ahead and get the content system. Obviously, everything that I pretty much did to grow my following from 0 to 5,000 followers in only 30 days. And then obviously, everything that you guys should know about marketing in general and sales and all that stuff. And then, guys, as a bonus, I'm only going to offer this for the first 30 days of this offer actually being up. You're going to go ahead and, like I said, get my full email swipe. So, like I said, I actually provide them the $500 offer. You're getting it completely free of charge with this. So, pretty much the emails that sell my offers on autopilot, the sequences, the timing, blah, blah, blah. Last one is going to go ahead and be the landing page template for the free training. The current one that I have right now that actually converts very well is this one. It's pretty much the social selling system, which obviously has a very high opt-in rate. Again, it's just fill in the blank. And then obviously from there, if we go over from there, free training, whichever one, then essentially it's just going to be the same thing where you can put your own video, explainer video, and then obviously from there you can go ahead and sell them on it. But that being said, I will go ahead and leave that in the description down below if you guys want to go ahead and get that while you still can. But I hope you guys had an amazing day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll go ahead and see you guys later.